Robert Burns. Robert Burns, affectionately known as Rabbi Burns, was a renowned Scottish poet and lyricist. Widely hailed as Scotland's national poet, his literary influence extends beyond Scotland's borders. While Burns often wrote in a light Scots dialect of English, his works resonated with a global audience. He was also known for his straightforward political and civil commentary. As a pioneer of the Romantic movement, Burns left an indelible mark on literature. His writings inspired not only poets but also founders of liberalism and socialism. Throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, his life and work became the focus of a near national cult in Scotland and among the Scottish diaspora. His enduring impact on Scottish literature is undeniable. Apart from composing original works, Burns collected and adapted folk songs from across Scotland. His iconic poem and song, Old Lang Syne, is a staple of New Year's Eve celebrations and is heard at various occasions, including funerals and graduations. His repertoire also includes famous works like Scots Wha Hae, A Red Red Rose, A Man for A, That, To a Louse, To a Mouse, The Battle of Sherrimore, Tam O'Shanter, and A Fond Kiss. Old Lang Syne. Old Lang Syne is a widely recognized song, particularly in English speaking countries. Traditionally, it bids farewell to the old year at midnight on New Year's Eve. Beyond New Year's celebrations, it is often sung at funerals, graduations, and other occasions marking farewells. Robert Burns penned the poem in Scots language in 1788, drawing inspiration from an older Scottish folk song. Tam O'Shanter. Tam O'Shanter is a narrative poem composed by Robert Burns in 1790 while he resided in Dumfries. First published in 1791, this poem is one of Burns' longer works containing 228 lines and blending both Scots and English. The poem unfolds the tale of Tam, a farmer known for his frequent revelry with friends at a local pub in the Scottish town of Ayr. Tam's thoughtless behavior, particularly towards his waiting wife, is a recurring theme. One fateful night, after another late drinking session, Tam rides his horse, Meg, through a storm. Along the way, he encounters a haunted church illuminated with witches, warlocks, and the devil himself playing bagpipes. The eerie scene unfolds with macabre elements, including gibbet irons and murder weapons. Tam, inebriated, can't resist commenting on a provocative witch, and chaos ensues as he is pursued by the supernatural entities. In a frantic escape, Tam and Meg race towards the River Doon, with the creatures unable to cross the running stream. Despite their chase, they pull off Meg's tail just as she reaches the safety of the Brigg Doon. A Red Red Rose. A Red Red Rose is a 1794 Scots song by Robert Burns, with its roots in traditional sources. Often published as a poem, it is also known as My Love is Like a Red Red Rose. Numerous composers have set Burns' heartfelt lyrics to music. The song gained worldwide popularity when paired with the traditional tune Low Down in the Broom. Its enduring sentiment and romantic theme continue to captivate audiences. George Crabbe. George Crabbe was an English poet, surgeon, and clergyman, celebrated for his pioneering use of the realistic narrative form and his vivid depictions of middle and working class life. His career path was marked by a transition from medicine to literature and a significant association with the influential statesman and author Edmund Burke. During the 1770s, Crabbe commenced his professional journey as a doctor's apprentice, eventually becoming a surgeon. However, his aspirations lay in the realm of poetry, prompting him to venture to London in 1780 in pursuit of a literary career. In London, he faced financial hardships and struggled to publish his work. Frustrated by these challenges, he reached out to Edmund Burke for assistance. Impressed by Crabbe's poems, Burke not only pledged his support but also formed a close friendship with the aspiring poet. Burke's influential circle introduced Crabbe to London's literary and artistic society, where he interacted with luminaries like Sir Joshua Reynolds and Samuel Johnson. Johnson, in fact, reviewed Crabbe's work, The Village, before its publication, making some minor revisions. With Burke's aid, Crabbe secured the role of chaplain to the Duke of Rutland, setting him on a path within the church. Throughout his life, Crabbe served as a clergyman in various capacities, with Burke's continued support in obtaining these positions. He forged connections with renowned literary figures of his era, such as Sir Walter Scott, William Wordsworth, and the Lake poets, many of whom frequented his home. Lord Byron described Crabbe as nature's sternest painter, yet the best. Crabbe's poetry predominantly employed heroic couplets and was characterized by its unromantic portrayal of provincial life and society. Although his work has sometimes been undervalued, modern critics recognize him as a significant poet. His notable poetry collections include The Village, Poems, The Burrow, Tales, and Tales of the Hall. John Dennis. John Dennis was an English critic and dramatist known for his insistence on the importance of passion in poetry. Educated at Harrow School and the University of Cambridge, he later settled in London and associated with prominent literary figures. While he authored odes and plays, he did not achieve notable success as a playwright. Dennis produced several critical works, including The Usefulness of the Stage, The Advancement and Reformation of Modern Poetry, The Grounds of Criticism in Poetry, and an essay on the genius and writings of Shakespeare. His central argument emphasized that literature, particularly drama, should stir emotions akin to religion's impact on the human psyche. Dennis sought passion and elevation over decorum and polish in artistic works. He held John Milton in high regard and embraced the concept of the sublime. Dennis's preference for the sublime likely contributed to his strained relationship with Alexander Pope. Pope viewed Dennis's work as bombastic, leading to their ongoing feud. Pope even included a disparaging reference to Dennis in his essay on criticism. In response, Dennis authored reflections critical and satirical, which combined criticism of Pope's poem with a personal attack on Pope himself. This feud persisted, with Pope incorporating Dennis into his mock epic, The Dunciad, where Dennis appears in sarcastic footnotes. Additionally, Dennis defended drama against the condemnation of English Bishop Jeremy Collier in 1698, arguing that plays served to divert and engage the passions, preventing discontent.